Today's video is going to jumpstart a decluttering series here on my channel, and I'm calling it a series because I don't know how many parts it's going to take me. I know at least two because I've got lots of spaces in my home that I want to take care of, but it could be more parts than that. I'm just going to get started today with part one, and that is going to be in my kitchen. I figured that would be the best place to start since it is the heart of my home. It's where I cook all of our meals and we spend a lot of time. It's the place that is giving me the most anxiety, I feel like, the most stressful. I open my cabinets and things fall out at me. So, you know, when it's like that, it's time to get rid of some stuff, and I am feeling a ruthless declutter. So that is what we're going to do today. We are going to ruthlessly go through these cabinets and drawers and minimize the space as much as I can. So I hope y'all enjoyed today's video and you get some motivation if you too have some spaces in your home that you need to declutter. I hope that this video can motivate you to get it done. Maybe we can do it together. I am first going to pick up things. I need to tidy up my kitchen, just do some everyday cleaning, put away the dishes that are in my dishwasher, start a load of laundry, make my bed, all of that, and then we will get started. I know that I'm gonna get overwhelmed when I start this process, pulling everything out of the cabinets and the drawers. I don't wanna like Marie Kondo it, because to me that is very, very overwhelming. So I am gonna work cabinet by cabinet, but I know that it's gonna be a very overwhelming process regardless. I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. We are going to go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and start a load of laundry. It's like if I miss one day of doing laundry, there's 10 loads that I'm behind on. I don't know how that happens in one day, but it does. So I'm gonna go ahead and start that. I did replace my washer and dryer. The washer, the rust was getting so bad that it was staining our clothes, and I don't know how to fix that, but I can't have it ruining all of our stuff. And then the dryer actually got where it wouldn't turn off by itself. I'm sure it was probably some kind of switch that needed to be replaced. And it also was getting extremely hot on the outside whenever I would turn it on, and it just felt really scary to have it run at all. Even if I was up and aware of it running, it worried me. So this is Corey's set that was in storage. We had been meaning to swap those out for a couple of months now, but we just hadn't got around to it because we had just been so busy. With me being more mindful of unnecessary toxins and chemicals in my home, Earth Breeze has become more of my routine. These are the Earth Breeze laundry sheets. They are so easy to use. The packaging is also made out of cardboard, so that makes Earth Breeze eco-friendly as well, but they're so easy to store. They take up little to no room. You can see how thin these are. You don't have big bulky plastic jugs. I love that they're free of dyes, parabens, optical brighteners, and other harsh chemicals. It just gives me the peace of mind knowing that I'm not exposing my family to unnecessary toxins. And I've also noticed how gentle they are on our clothes and our skin. The process of using them is really simple. You just toss one in with your laundry. There's no spills, no measuring, no mess. You just toss in a sheet and go. So if you too are looking for a gentler, clean, Earth Breeze is offering my viewers 40% off with your auto ship order. Check out the link in my description box below, and thank you again so much to Earth Breeze for partnering with me on today's video. I don't know about y'all, but when I start a big cleaning project like this, even when I'm doing like my whole house cleans, I don't always have the appetite to stop and eat, and I know that's going to be the case today because I'm already not feeling hungry and it's after 12. I haven't had anything besides coffee today, so I think I'm going to make a smoothie, and that way I'm still getting some nutrients. I don't necessarily have to eat, but I can drink my smoothie while I work, so that's what I'm going to do. But for my smoothies, I like them full of flavor, very fruity, and I always try to hide something in it, like some spinach or something. I don't have any of that today, but I do have some of this bloom I'm gonna put in there. I found this at TJ Maxx. It's the berry flavor. It's got greens and superfoods. It's got a lot of good stuff in it, so I'm gonna do that. Add a banana. I'm gonna put some of my collagen. I've got some strawberries that I cut up. This is the juice I've been using to put into my smoothies. It's not really sweet. It doesn't have any sugar added, but it does add a little bit of extra fruity flavor. And I also like to put a few chia seeds as well. They've got a lot of good health benefits. In the star of the show, these acai berry packs, there's 4 in here, so they're just little pouches. I'll add one of those, and that is how I've been making my smoothie. These little packs do come frozen solid, so I just run it under hot water. That is so good. The kitchen table is where I'm going to be piling everything today. I didn't have any boxes or anything to put things in, so I'm just going to set it all on the kitchen table, and I'll have my family come get what they want, and then the rest will go to the Goodwill. I'm not really a Facebook marketplace kind of person. I don't like the idea of strangers coming to my house to pick things up, nor meeting them. There's just too much going on in the world these days, and Facebook Marketplace always aggravates me because you get people that say they are interested and waste too much time. So I just prefer to give what I can away to family and friends, and then the rest will go to the Goodwill. So whenever I clean my blender, I like to fill it up close to halfway with water. I'll put a few drops of dish soap in there and then turn it on, let it run for a few seconds, and then I'll rinse it out. And that's the best way that I have found to clean my blender. So I was getting ready to clear off the kitchen island, but before I took this out of the box, I was gonna show y'all. So these are the Super Prune gummies from Fungiments. Not sponsored by Fungiments. I have worked with them in the past, but this is not sponsored. They had just sent us some of the Super Prune gummies for the kids to try, and I thought it was so cute how they have this package. They've got the little poop emoji in there. It's a little poop emoji plushie. So cute. She's even got a little bow on her head. But yeah, I love how they had that packaged up. But I'm gonna take this and put it with the rest of our supplements. I'm hoping I can do something different with our supplements today because they're just not working how I have them right now. So I'm hoping I can do something a little bit different. But anyways, I wanted to show y'all that before I unboxed it. Some of this stuff I don't really know what to do with because I need space in my cabinets first. So I think I'm just gonna leave these paper products sitting on the island until I can figure out where I'm gonna store them, because right now I have no room. before we officially get started decluttering, I wanted to show y'all a few cabinets and drawers, kind of give you an idea of what's going on here in my kitchen. My kitchen island is really bad because of the shelves being right there, easy to access. I catch myself throwing things on them a lot. And I have some paint cans in here in some of my cabinets still from when I was working on the house, and they're taking up precious cabinet space. I actually have one whole cabinet that is being taken up with paint and supplies. And I had stored them in here because I really don't have anywhere else to put them. But I will be taking them out today and moving them into the laundry room, because once I get the utility closet cleaned out in there, that's where they'll go. It's just a matter of decluttering and organizing that so they can go in there. I would also like to make this cabinet above my coffee maker a coffee cabinet plus a place to store vitamins and supplements, because what I'm doing right now no longer works, and I've got supplements floating here and there around my house, and so I'd like for all of those to be in one place here in my kitchen. But let me know where you keep your supplements. Do you keep them in the bathroom, the kitchen, the bedroom? Let me know down in the comments. So this drawer that I'm starting with is my main utensil drawer. This holds a lot of those random kitchen gadgets like spatulas, a pizza cutter, meat thermometer, my pot strainers, and you'll see later I have another drawer by my stove that I keep my cooking spoons in. To me, that just makes the most sense to have the things that I reach for the most when I'm cooking right there by the stove. And I also have a thing of wooden spoons that I keep on my counter. And then this drawer is basically just everything extra, things that I sometimes but not all the time use. And I had also picked up some acrylic organizers to go in here as well, and I think they just made it look a little nicer. It was hard to categorize because, like I said, it's a lot of random stuff, but overall it did make the drawer look nicer and organized.
Is it in the way you're moving? What's heaven like when you're like that? Is it in the way you're moving? Sunlight, sunlight. Is it in the way you're moving? What's heaven?
This is what I pulled out of the first drawer, and I actually got rid of a few more things when I started to put things back, and it wasn't fitting the way that I want it to. It made me think about some things a little bit harder. Do I really need this? Getting rid of this whisk because I very rarely use it. I prefer my silicone whisk. This one scratches my pot, so I'm gonna get rid of that. I don't need all of these spatulas. I don't need all of these ladles. This is a meat thermometer that I didn't love. I prefer my digital one. So this is one of those strainers that you put on the side of your pot. It's got water spots all over it, but it's just not my favorite. And I have another one that I always grab for over that one. I have so many pairs of tongs, so I'm getting rid of those. This knife, I've got lots of knives. This was a duplicate. I have two of these, so I'm just gonna hang on to one and get rid of this one. I don't use these, so we're off to a good start. So this is the junk drawer after. I've got tons of lighters. So I've got this there. This is flashlight, scissors, car keys. This is a little tape measure thing that I do use sometimes. Extra straws, like extra restaurant straws. And this is like push pins and rubber bands, command strips, extra bulbs for the turtle tank, doggy bags. This is my appliance repairman's business card, and then we've got some locks back there in the back, but this looks so much better. I don't really think there's much in this drawer that I want to get rid of. I want to keep all of our silverware, and these are all the knives that I use, but a couple things in here I can probably pull out. This goes to Kai's little ramen bowl. I'm gonna hang on to that. This, I'm not sure where this came from, but I don't use it. It would make a good cleaning brush. I might put this in my cleaning stuff. But these are all lids that I need to go back on my jars. I'm gonna take these out and put those back on the jars. But other than that, this drawer is, oh, let me slap it back over. I like it better like that. But other than that, this drawer is good to go. So this is what I call my coffee cabinet, but really it's a beverage and other random stuff cabinet. I have to-go cups, different kinds of pods for the coffee maker, hot chocolate, cappuccino. I have some paper products, and I really would like this to be a cabinet where I keep my supplements and our medicine basket, and that way I can get those off the top of my fridge.
Yeah, all hard work's gonna be worth it. Ooh, everyone who didn't believe it, they don't know worth it. I'm gonna try, work till I die, till I die. I'm gonna fail and get up, 'cause I'm not giving up on my dream. I'm gonna cry, chasing the highs, yeah, the highs, yeah, the highs. I'm gonna fail and get up, 'cause I'm not giving up on my dream. I'm not into drinking, that's just wasting time. I'd rather be spending it on working out. Some say I'm too uptight, but I disagree. I wake up and live my dream. Someday soon I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna be worth it. Ooh, everyone who didn't believe it, they don't know worth it. I'm gonna try, work till I die, till I die.
I wanted to put the Lazy Susan on the bottom cabinet, that way I can grab what I need easier, but I couldn't get it to fit on the bottom, which is strange because it's the same cabinet. But sometimes mobile homes are just weird like that, so I put that on the second shelf along with our medicine basket, and then all of my disposable coffee cups and a basket of pods on the bottom shelf. And then I just set my Bloom and my collagen on the bottom shelf, since I use the collagen in my coffee daily. And then all of the extra paper products up at the top, because sometimes we do have family and friends over on the weekends. So I don't really need it out all the time, but I just like to have it handy in case we do need it. So I'll just have all of that stored up there. everything that I pulled from my Tupperware cabinet. I also keep all of my jars up there, which I didn't really mess with those because I know that I want those to stay there. I do still need to put the lids back on. But this is everything that I pulled from my Tupperware cabinet. I've got some pantry organization that I'm not using right now, and I started to hang on to it because sometimes I'll pull things from my cabinets and I'll be like, oh, I'm so glad that I saved this. But it's actually been in my cabinet for a long time, and if it's been there for more than 6 months and I haven't grabbed for it, then I'm more than likely not going to. So I'm just gonna part with those. Same for all of this. This is one of those little plastic containers that you can buy in bulk. I'm gonna go ahead and toss that. And I also have a set of bowls already up here. They're round and they have lids. This is just an extra set. I don't need 2 sets, so I'm gonna part with this. And then this, I'm not sure where the bottom is, so I'm just gonna lay that right there until I find it. I would love to start canning, but I first need a producing garden, and I don't have one of those just yet. I guess I could buy stuff from the grocery store and do it, but really what I use my jars for right now are to store fruit in. When I wash it and prep it for the week, I'll put it in jars, and it does last so much longer.
I've been thinking about the good times. I've been sleeping through the long nights. I've been shining in the sunlight. I've been thinking how there's a reason for my feelings.
Then this cabinet is where I keep trash bags, extra dish soap, any of my overflow pantry goods. Right now I've just got coffee pods, but sometimes I do like to go to Sam's and I need somewhere to store those bulk items. So this is kind of my overflow cabinet, but I also had some paint cans down here. I got those out and that allowed a little bit more room, and you'll see later when I get to the other side of my kitchen, I was keeping tinfoil and things like that in one of the cabinets, but I decided to move it all down here together so that all of that stuff is in one place in one cabinet. That just made the most sense to do, and it gave me some room in the other cabinets as well. So now I've got all of my trash bags and tinfoil, extra Ziploc bags, things like that are down here in this cabinet.
I should catch up on my reading. I should catch up on my eating. Yeah, but it's hard to keep a thought straight with you all up in my face. Try to get you out my mind.
This cabinet was the main one that had all of my paint and DIY project supplies, but it's kind of an awkward cabinet. It's very deep. It takes up well over half the counter on this side, but the problem is you don't want to put anything down here that you would grab for often because it would be kind of hard to get to. I think it would be an ideal cabinet to keep holiday dishes or something in, maybe some seasonal things that you don't reach for the most, but I keep most of everything like that in totes out in the shed. But the plan is to get all of the paint out of this cabinet, put all of that in my utility closet in the laundry room, which right now I'm making a mess in my laundry room because I'm just setting everything on the floor until I can get that closet decluttered. That way I can put it all in there. It's always going to get worse before it gets better, right? So it's just sitting on the floor, but at least it's out of my kitchen and I can use this cabinet for something else. So this is where I keep a lot of my larger appliances, but with that cabinet down there cleared out now, hopefully I can move some things over there. But right away I'm seeing some things I can get rid of. I have 2 crock pots. I prefer to use my beautiful one, so I'm going to be donating this one. I don't need 2 crock pots. This I'm also going to get rid of. I always get my hand on this thing and it clogs up real easy. It doesn't shred a whole lot before it fills up. I'm gonna donate that. This, it's brand new. I've never used it. I ordered it and I didn't realize it was going to be as tiny as it was, and when I bought it, I had Corey in mind for his quinoa and stuff, and I was thinking it was going to be bigger than this, but I still held on to it because I was thinking, well, for him, I can make him a serving of quinoa. But now, you know, with me and the kids, it doesn't make sense to have a single serving rice cooker. So I'm gonna see if my mom, she may want this. So this goes to my mixer. This is the crock pot that I use most of the time. I think the only time I use my second crock pot is if I'm doing like a birthday party and I need an extra one, but that's only like a few times a year. I think I can make do without it. Gosh. This mixer I use a lot, and this I've had for years now. It's my Biding kettle. I like it because it heats up water really fast. Like for instant oatmeal and things like that, I would use that. So I think I'm gonna hang on to this. This is a popsicle mold, so we can make homemade popsicles. I'm gonna hang on to that. The toaster we also use a lot, and I think I'm probably gonna move this to that cabinet over there. And this is an egg thing I don't use, so I'm gonna donate that. All right, these pans I'm gonna keep. This one, I'd like to use it, but for some reason every time I wash it, it rusts under the edges and it drips everywhere. It holds water really bad, so I'm going to donate this.
You say you don't need me, but I'm the only one you call whenever you're lost. You say you got somewhere to be, but you've been here since yesterday with your phone turned off. Mine's doing all the talking, but have you asked your heart? Sounds like a good place to start. Your feelings seems to be left in the dark. Defeated, quiet screaming, what if? But what if you ask your heart? Sounds like a good place to start.
Down here in this old paint cabinet, I moved my bread machine from the island and also my toaster, but I was trying to show y'all how far back this cabinet goes, and I feel like it's just a bunch of wasted space because to be honest, I don't want to put anything down here due to it being hard to reach. But let me know if you have a cabinet like this. What do you keep in it?
Have you asked your heart? Sounds like a good place to start. Your feelings seems to be left in the dark. Defeated.
So this is so much better. I've got my mixer there, crock pot, my hand mixer, my kettle, some baking dishes that I use, cutting boards, and then down here in the bottom I've got my cake plate, a pressure cooker. There was also room for my blender down here now as well. I didn't stack it though because it's a little bit too tall. Just at the top part next to it, and then my air fryer.
Sounds like a good place to start. Your feelings seems to be left in the dark. Defeated.
Moving on to these glasses and tumblers, I'm only going to be keeping a handful of drinking glasses and only the stainless steel cups that we use on a regular basis. Getting rid of all of these worn out little plastic cups that we have. We have tumblers that we don't use. Things are falling out at me every time I open this cabinet, and also things are a pain to put away when I go to unload the dishwasher and I have to put the cups away. It's always a dreadful task. Minimizing this was a huge relief. plates and bowls, I'm just kind of moving things around in here, not really getting rid of anything because we pretty much use everything that's in this cabinet. But there was an old plate of Ray's from when she was a baby that I got rid of, and that was about it from this cabinet. And then my cooking utensil drawer. So this is the drawer that I was talking about earlier. It's the spoons that I use the most when I'm cooking, but some of them are broken and the handles are popping off. I'm gonna trash those, and some I just don't use or I have duplicates. I'm gonna get rid of all of those and only keep what I love.
Now we've been through a lot, holding hands while screaming at each other. And I don't know how to stop, but I still love you like I
At my angle, I've got you guys sitting inside the cabinet here. I am currently working on my pots and pans, and I'm having a little bit of a dilemma because I've got 3 sets and I don't need 3 sets. But the problem is I have some favorite pots from each set that I like for different reasons. And so I feel like if I get rid of a set, I need to get rid of the whole set and not just get rid of parts of it and keep parts of it. I need to part with the whole thing. So this is my original Karoti set that I bought. I guess I'm saying that right. I never know if I'm saying that right, but it's Carote is how you spell it. This is my favorite teapot. I like to make tea in this, but I also have my glass bowl that I make tea in the microwave. I'm trying not to use the microwave for tea, so this is usually the pot that I go for that. And then this pot is like it's the perfect size pot. It's not too big, it's not too small, and I use this for a lot of things. And I have another Karoti set. These are the detachable handles. These will go straight into the oven, so if you are cooking with it on the stovetop, pop your handle on and transfer it to the oven, and then it pops off. Love these. My favorite set. But like I said, I like these pots from my other set. I think I'm probably just gonna keep both of my Karoti sets because sometimes I do use a pretty good bit of pots and pans when I'm cooking, but I don't need a 3rd set. And that is my caraway. I know. I'm gonna part with them though. But I think it's time for me to part with them because I just don't grab for them as often as my other ones, and my mom really likes them, so I think I'm gonna see if she wants them back. I would prefer they go to her instead of Goodwill because they're a really good set. Like, I would hate to take these to the Goodwill. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm just trying to decide which set I want to part with, but the more I talk about it out loud, it just makes sense to part with the caraway because I don't grab for any of those. So I think that's the plan. Let me know down in the comments if you are the same with your pots and pans. Do you keep them as a set or only what you use and love? I either have to keep it all or get rid of it all. Maybe that's weird. But I do like having more than one set of pots because sometimes I need them all if I'm cooking a large meal, but I definitely don't need 3 sets. So that is now narrowed down. So for my spice cabinet, I keep those here above the stove, and I've got a few of them in these pretty aesthetic bottles that I had picked up from TJ Maxx, and I would like to get more so they can all match. I just like the way it looks so much better, but honestly, they're in a cabinet and they're not being seen unless I'm pulling them out to cook. And I've got a lot of spices. It's hard to see everything that I've got, so I just picked up another one of those tiered spice racks. That way I can at least see everything, and then all of my extras and bulkier bottles I put up at the top, and my olive oils on a Lazy Susan, and I think this looks so much better.
Don't know what we have to do, but something's gotta change. You got issues that makes you a fuss, but someone's gotta change. If we never ever met before, if I never opened up my door, yeah, 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 yeah. If we never ever got to start, if I never opened up my heart, yeah, 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 yeah. You're about to lose me, just like that, just like that. You're about to lose me. Forever's never gone so fast.
So this last cabinet holds my seasonal and extra coffee mugs. I love to collect mugs. When I'm out thrifting, that's usually where I make a beeline, is to the coffee mugs. And I do have quite a few that I don't want to part with. Every now and then I will get rid of one or two, but right now I just want to hang on to all of them. Like I said, a lot of them are seasonal, so they'll just sit up here until the holidays. But this is also the cabinet where I have all of my tinfoil, parchment paper, saran wrap, all of that in, and it doesn't really make sense here in this cabinet. So I'm going to take all of that over to the other cabinet, and that gave me some more room to put my grater and some other things. But the only thing that I really got rid of from this cabinet was a colander, because I've got two of them. So I parted with one and I kept my favorite. That's one tip I can give y'all, is when you're decluttering, look for those repeat items. Think to yourself, do you really need two colanders? Like for me, in the other drawer, I had duplicate spoons, I had tons of spatulas. So just narrow it down and think about what you really need. I'm never using two colanders at once. So I just narrowed it down to the one, but that is going to complete this video. My kitchen feels so much lighter. I feel like I can breathe in here again. And I did include a clip at the end of an overview of everything that I decluttered, and it's so satisfying to see. But be sure to drop a butterfly in the comments before you go, and I'll see you in the next one.